Hey guys, Faye Cox here, your mindset and confidence coach. And today I'm talking about people pleasing. So, are you a people pleaser? Have you even given any thought as to whether you are a people pleaser? Or are you someone who used to be a people pleaser or has overcome it recently? Now, here are 8 ways to see if you are, in fact, a people pleaser. So, number 1. You pretend to agree with everything even when you don't, just to keep the peace. Number 2, you feel responsible for how other people feel all of the time. You're always apologizing even when it's not your fault. You can't say no. You always feel guilty when you say no to something or someone. You hate it when someone is angry with you. You have this need for everybody to be your friend. You start acting like the people around you so as to make sure that you fit in and you don't stick out like a sore thumb, as people might say, or so that you are accepted. And you have a constant need for outside validation. Your own internal validation is not enough. Do you recognize yourself in any of those statements? I know I certainly did many years ago, and I see those in a lot of people who come to me. So how can we stop this? How can we overcome this need to people please all of the time? Now, saying no is very powerful. It's totally acceptable. Everybody is allowed to say no. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, if you really don't have the time to do something, if you really don't want to do something, you are allowed in your absolute right to honor yourself to be able to say no. Start with the small things at first. So if somebody asks you to do something small, like a small favor, feel free to say no to this. So start with the small stuff first. That will help you feel more confident to then say no to some of the bigger stuff. If we do this slowly but surely, we will be able to get ourselves to a place where we are more comfortable with saying no to the things that don't serve us, don't honor us, and that actually cause us stress and anxiety. A lot of people who are people pleasers have high stress and anxiety because they are living their life through other people to please others. And by doing this, they are putting themselves right to the bottom of the pile. They're not honoring themselves and they're not living for who they really need and want to be. So here, next thing, and how we can stop this, is to set our own personal boundaries. Every single person is entitled to their own boundaries. We discover our boundaries and build our boundaries around our personal values and the things that we will or won't or do not have to tolerate in life. We do not have to tolerate people being disrespectful. We do not have to tolerate people being rude to us. And there are many things that some people are happy to tolerate and other people are not, depending on your personal values. We need to put these boundaries in place. We need to put healthy boundaries surrounding us so that people know when they overstep the mark, cross the line. And we need to make people aware that we have these. Now, one of the really important things about boundaries is communicating those boundaries to others so that they know what your boundaries are. If people don't know what your boundaries are, they will consistently overstep the mark. They will cross the line. We will then react because it's against something of our boundaries that we don't agree with, that we're not going to tolerate, that we're going to say no to. The other person then is shocked by this. Their ego kicks in and it can cause friction, problems, rousing relationships, and so on. Because we haven't communicated what our boundaries are. We need to let people know what they are. Another thing we need to do is look at what we're currently tolerating that aren't true to our values, where people are crossing those boundaries, and we need to correct it. We need to stop tolerating some of the things that we are currently tolerating, because again, we are living through other people's lives. We're trying to make everybody else happy before ourselves, and we aren't honoring, we're not serving ourselves, and we are just pushing ourselves further and further down the pile. We are encouraging and increasing our own stress and anxiety levels as a result. Another tip is to release the need. Now, this is something to repeat to yourself over and over again, daily, for at least a month, 2 months. Just keep doing it. So you can just say to yourself, I am releasing the need to please others all of the time. I am releasing the need to people please every single day. If you repeat this to yourself, you are affirming to yourself that you are releasing this. You do not need to do this each and every day. It's a really powerful one to do, is to tell yourself that you are releasing that need. Now, the need there is a need for outside validation. And it's a need to need other people's approval. Now, unfortunately, by looking and seeking externally for other people's approval, we are not approving of ourselves. And the main person that we need to have approval from is ourselves. There is only one us. We are only here once, and we need to live through ourselves and for ourselves. We can still help and support people without people pleasing and without sabotaging our own happiness, health, and well-being as a result. And as I mentioned, people pleasers do tend to suffer more with stress and anxiety because we are trying to please everybody else all of the time. Now, there's some more here. Hold on one second. One of the other really important ones is if somebody asks you to do something and you're not sure what to do, instantly you're sort of thinking, I'm not really sure I want to do this. Stall that person. And I don't mean rudely. Somebody asks you to do something, just go back to that person and say, oh, can I come back to you on this tomorrow? They're not going to turn around and go, oh, no, you can't. You're just pushing back a little bit just to give yourself a little bit of time to work out whether you really want to do this, whether you actually have time to do this, or whether actually this is going to cause stress and anxiety and actually is going to cause more problems for yourself. It gives you time to create that awareness and really think about what it is they're asking you to do. And another one here, going back to boundaries slightly, is to create some time boundaries. So when you're helping someone, if you say to somebody, yes, I can help you, or yes, I will help you, yes, I will do this, set a time boundary on doing that. So it could be something as simple as, oh, yes, I can help you with that. I'm available between 9 and 10 and able to help you. Because that way, you've alerted that person to knowing that at 10 o'clock, you need to be doing something else. You need to be somewhere else. So when you then turn around at, say, just before 10 o'clock and go, right, I've got to go. They'll be like, oh, right, yeah, okay, because you let them know with that boundary that you are able to help for a certain amount of time. If we don't put these in place, we are opening ourselves up for being just openly available. And then we find it more difficult to close that availability down. It's really simple, it's really effective, and it means that everybody knows where they are in that situation. It will make you feel better because you'll know the time that you're allocating, you know that you can get out of it at a certain time, and the other person is respectful of the fact that you've put that boundary in place, and they also know that at a certain time you have to be away doing something else. And that is a really, really healthy way of stopping yourself from being overwhelmed and pulled into things that you don't need to be pulled into. So those are my tips those are how I can help, or how you can help yourself from banishing some of that people pleasing. If you have any question, guys, do put them down in the comments. And obviously, if you found this video useful, then please do like and share. But that's it from me for the time being. I will see you all again soon. Bye, guys.